Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter failed to make amends. Hope is over him. Some tried to advise Carter, including Steffy and Ridge. They said Hope was using him and that her tie to his business preemption was the reason why they were a couple. Carter rejected Steffy's commentary as part of the Forrester-Logan contest. He was hurt by Ridge's commentary, believing that his stylish friend didn't want to support what was assumed to be a strong connection. Hope was attracted to Carter, but she was explosively drawn to what his achieved position could do for her. Carter's concoction was to transfigure FC into a luxury brand destination. He joyfully pitched the idea to Ridge and Eric. Forrester. Ridge's event was chilly and was backed by Steffy. Eric rejected Carter's vision, believing it was too aggressive for the family business. Still, Eric made a prudent decision when green-lighting Carter's request that the jewelry line be revived. Of course, Forrester family involvement made that an easy sell. Carter knows that he's on an extended trial period. Eric and Ridge corroborated that they want him in his original position at the company and on the board of directors. Still, he'll need to re-establish trust over an extended period before both men feel comfortable. That's fair considering he used deceptive practices to, in effect, steal the company from them. Appointing himself as FC's director was a shrewd legal initiative. Ridge and Steffy were exorbitantly reflective when blinking their oversight. The preemption could have been avoided if they had read the LLC documents they asked Carter to produce. Rather, Steffy and latterly, Ridge, shifted the maturity of the blame to Hope. They believed she manipulated Carter's mind through the use of romantic emotion. All involved merited their share of credit for creating a temporary embarrassment for a fashion house with an astral character. Thankfully, it appears that the company's character has been restored or is on the way to being there. Hope's scent of power made her bear selfishly. She suffered the consequences of her immoral conduct by ultimately losing her job and the loss of her fashion line. Her jest created consequences that will lead to an extreme discrepancy. Liam terminal opinion is commodity Hope must come apprehensive of because it impacts their son, Beth Spencer. Noelle's character will shift her address and fate what's presently most important in her life. It's not power in business, but Beth's father and the man Hope has loved for times, survival, which is in jeopardy. Excitement reached a fever pitch as Eric and Ridge watched their couture masterpiece unfold. The show turned heads and held fashion influencers in turn, each one teetering on the edge of their seats, hanging on every detail. But the real pressure didn't come from the catwalk, it came from confidentially. Brooke and Taylor lurked unseen, their presence adding in turnabout of stress and heat to an formerly electric atmosphere. As drama brewed behind the scenes, the stage was set for a conclusion no bone would see coming. The Forrester fashion show demurred off with a glowing burst of glamour, energy, and prestige. The followership was a who's who of style, iconic models, influencers, journalists, and celebrity guests including Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt, plus a surprise appearance from Christine Justice Blair of The Young and the Restless. With expectation high and fineness on full display, the runway lustered with beauty and power. But behind the scenes, the drama coddled just beneath the face, hanging to steal the limelight at any moment. Brooke and her looker went missing. Finn looked Kelly in the eyes and made a pledge from the heart, he would always be the alternate pater she wanted and demanded. With quiet conviction, he comforted her that indeed as effects shifted around them, she'd always have a steady place to land. It was an important moment of connection and clarity that showed just how married Finn was to being there not just for Steffy, but for Kelly, no matter what the future held. His words didn't just comfort, they cemented a lifelong bond. Liam set up himself emotionally torn as he tried to reuse what he'd learned and figure out how to stylish parent Kelly through the bouleversement. Guilt and query battled within him, and the pressure of saying and doing the right thing counted heavily. Meanwhile, Eric participated some sincere stimulant with Brooke, prompting her not to give up on her love for Ridge. He reminded her that their bond was commodity worth fighting for, and that the fire between them hadn't burned out, just flitted under pressure. Finn delivered heartbreaking news to Steffy, news that transferred emotional shockwaves through her world and left her searching for solid ground. In trouble to keep effects light for Kelly, Ridge and Taylor took a runner out of Liam and Kelly's playbook and threw their own little cotillion party, reminding themselves of love, family, and the joy that still dallied in the air. Horselaugh mixed with a little nostalgia as they moved in sync, proving that occasionally healing begins with commodity as simple as a participated cotillion. Hope gets suspicious where Liam is concerned, while Liam encourages Hope to give Carter an alternate chance. Cleric plays matchmaker with Hope while Will takes action with Elektra. He's getting hot and irritated, and he's not the only one who's feeling this way. Cleric is ramping up his daddy duties. He visited Hope at her home and propped her up while she was down. Hope is still torn up after losing her job in Carter. She had no idea how she was going to rebound from this. Cleric is certain that his son will rise above this. He assured Hope that she's not the type of woman who sits on the sidelines. Deacon also advised her not to give Carter an alternate chance. In fact, he has a better Joe in mind for her. Deacon told Hope not to give up on Liam. Hope agreed that Liam is a great Joe. But that's all she feels about him. She loves the family they raised. And they make great co-parents. Still, Liam is on Hope's radar these days, and it's clear to us. Hope's not indeed on Liam's mind, as he sits in his sanitarium bed. But will Hope change her mind when she learns that Liam is in the sanitarium? Will she have regrets about decoupling him? Will is still worked up about his run heft with Luna he got and goddess of her in lingerie. Still, Will wanted to shift his focus to Elektra formally again. He suggested that they should watch pictures at his house. Elektra shut him down and told him that she was ready. She heeded her aunt's advice and stuck to her ordinance. Good for her. Will's not the only one who's worked up. Luna couldn't stop allowing about the moment when she tried to betray him. Sure, it was an epic fail, but she still had stopgap that Will wouldn't be suitable to repel soon enough. Luna sure sounded confident when she spoke to Sheila. As she sat alone at the bar, she visualized about Will. She nearly fell out of her president when she allowed about the effects he'd do to her. Is Luna featuring about Will, or is she rewriting history to fit her narrative? She seems to be vended on the idea that he's into her. Is she right? Or is this all in her head? Steffy and Liam express their joy at being Kelly's parents. Look for Lee to tell Finn that he must stay down from Luna. Liam asked Steffy to keep his condition to herself, but she told him she had to tell Finn. After all, Finn is Kelly's stepfather. Steffy tries not to keep secrets from her hubby, and since Kelly spends a lot of time in their house, Finn demanded to be apprehensive of the situation. Finn has a lot on his plate recently. He just added to his own family line when he learned Luna is his natural son. Not that Steffy is interested in inviting her to be part of their little family. Luna is having a tough go of it since Poppy wants nothing to do with her moreover. Her aunt/grandmother Lee isn't too happy about their newfound relationship moreover. One person who's pleased is Sheila. Well, she's pleased to an extent. That clearly didn't stop her from having a fight with Poppy. Sheila and Poppy's grand food fight. The two caught into a physical altercation at Il Giardino. Miraculously, Cleric was there to break it up and fire Sheila on the spot. But this could have grim results for Poppy. Sheila's dark side re-emerged. Romy awakened the beast when she slighted her the first time around. A loud chuckle erupted from Sheila's mouth. Also, she advised Poppy to keep her hands to herself. Poppy laughed back in her face. She realized why her son Luna was the way she was. She participated the same blood as her grandmother. That comment set Sheila off. The two got into a cutlet-slinging match. Poppy lost her cool formally again. She slighted Sheila across the face again. The two took their fight to the bar. Sheila slung Poppy around the eatery. Unfortunately, their fight didn't last for long. Poppy gave up and left, while Sheila had a big mess to clean up. The reason why Poppy gave up was that she didn't want to fight presently. She realized that it wasn't worth it. Poppy told Sheila that she could keep Luna. After all, she wants nothing to do with a cold thoroughbred killer. But Sheila wasn't done with their feud just yet. An intriguing expression crept upon her face. Poppy has no idea what she did. Up until this point, Sheila was a reformed woman who lived a straight and narrow life. But now that her granddaughter is in the picture, she's seeing life else. Sheila laughed to herself as she ate cutlet out of her hand. She could also have Poppy eating out of her hand if she had it her way. Poppy could have reawakened Sheila's dark side. Sheila will do anything to have her family in her life. Indeed, if that means she has to off someone. Poppy's days could be numbered if she keeps poking the bear. She should know better than to mess with Sheila Carter. We could see either Sheila or Luna killing Poppy. Thank you for watching this video. And do not forget to like, comment and subscribe.